What is going on, guys? We're back with another video of a fishing dream. I hope each and every one of you guys are having an awesome day. Holiday season's coming up. First thing I want to say before we start this video off is that Pindside Angler Performance here is doing a huge sale on beanies right now. You got to go pick them up. $20, $25, one of those two prices. But you guys can also save 15% off using code TFDPRO15 for 15% off, guys. That's 15% off your full order. Beautiful beanies right here to keep you guys warm for this winter coming up. All right, now let's dive into this video. Right here I have with me the Shimano SLX. This is not the DC version, this is just straight up Shimano SLX. If I had 3 words to describe this reel right here, one of which is amazing, 2 of which would be amazing, and 3 of which would be amazing. I've had 0 problems with this reel one bit. I've maybe backlashed once or twice. That's literally on me. It's not the reel's problem. But after 1 year, this reel has literally held up so nice through all conditions, whether it be pouring rain, high winds, or just straight up bad conditions when you're fishing out on a boat. And you know, it's tough. I've had 0 problems with this reel. Very, very, very little backlashes. They were probably only because of me, you know, being me, you know. But literally, you could throw any type of line on this thing. I've thrown line up to 17 pounds on this reel once when I was low on a jig rod. I broke my jig rod and stuff. I had to switch it up to here. But I've been throwing mostly finesse baits on a bait caster. I don't know if that makes any sense, but smaller compact baits with this reel, like nothing less than a 1/4 ounce, but nothing more than a 1/2 ounce. Like I throw jerk baits, crank baits, but nothing too heavy. I don't know if that makes any sense. I just have a jig on here for, I don't know why I have a jig on here, but I got a jig on here right now. Maybe I was going jig fishing, I don't know, but that's what I normally throw on this reel. I've had 0 problems with it for the past year or so. Super smooth still, literally right out of the package when I got this for Christmas last year. It's been roughly around a year, not exactly, but roughly around a year. I've had 0 problems with this thing. Literally, it's so smooth. You can cast the thing a mile. Like, I'm not even kidding one bit. You can adjust the drags really, really easily. The click, you know, it's an amazing reel. I'd say the pros after a full year with this reel is the durability, because you know it's Shimano. It's gonna be strong no matter what the reel is. It's gonna be strong because you know it's Shimano. But also, its smoothness is still there. Like I've literally had 0 problems with this thing at all, and I've caught probably over 100 bass just on this reel from the summer. And literally between bed fishing to chasing the big fall bass with big swim baits and stuff I throw on this thing, I've had no problem with this. I normally put on 12 or 14 pound mono. I put fluorocarbon on once, didn't really like it. I'll get into it in a second, but I normally throw 12 or 14 pound mono on this reel. Up to you guys. I've thrown braid on it. There's no problem. You can throw any size fluorocarbon besides 20 pound fluorocarbon. Anyways, I was throwing 20 pound fluorocarbon on this because I was using it as my jig rod for a while. But you know, it worked. It worked. It caught fish. It's just, I just feel that whenever fishing with this reel, with heavier line, it may screw it up a little bit, you know, because you know it's too thick. But that's for any bait casting reel. But just in general, literally, I've kept this thing pretty much clean, pretty clean for the past year. Little scuffs here and there, but you know, all in all, it's still a beautiful reel. Kept maintained. Like I've had awful conditions between, you know, as I was saying earlier, fishing through rain, winds, and literally 0 problems with this reel. I don't know if that's me or the reel itself, but I'm pretty sure it's the reel because, you know, I've been fishing for about, I don't know, about 2 years for bait casters. I've gotten used to them and everything, but all in all, literally, I've no other words to say besides amazing for this reel after a year. These things retail at about $99, I believe. I don't think there's any price difference between left and right hand retrieves, but you know, top this off with a 7.1, 7.2 medium heavy rod, and you're literally set. Like I have a 13 Fishing Fate Black on this thing, casting rod, and it literally is a charm with this rod. I know the color scheme of things are kind of wacky, you know, black and blue and neon green, but it works amazing. I've caught a ton of fish on this rod. Biggest fish I think off of this rod was a 4.5 pounder. I've just no complaints with it. Even the fight, you know, the drag is amazing. I normally keep my a drag tight with this reel. It also depends on how much pound line you're using. But as I said earlier, I throw 12 or 14 pound mono, and it gets the job done. It brings the fish in really easily. Literally, I can guarantee you in 5 years this reel is still going to be the same shape, same smoothness as possible. And just to clarify, I put zero, and I mean zero lube or any type of oil into this reel. I've literally done nothing. In fact, we can go open up this reel right here. You guys will see that there's very little amount of grease, if any, because I mean, I'm probably gonna have to re-grease it and lube it up sometime soon, just because, you know, you're supposed to maintain your reels like that. But literally, even with zero in there, you know, zero problems. It's a great reel. I really suggest, you know, if you guys are wondering about this reel, whether you guys want to get it or not, I'd literally suggest it to anybody out there, for any beginner fishermen out there that don't want to really spend the money on the DC reels that cost, I don't know, $190 more. You see, that was my problem with last year. I didn't really want to break the bank with a DC reel because I thought it was so cool with the zing sound. But, you know, all you need is just a Shimano SLX. Don't get the DC. You don't need it with this reel. You just got to have control in yourself. Have faith in yourself that you're going to cast that thing out there. And this thing casts, by the way, very, very far. So those were the pros of this reel. Any cons of this reel would probably, I don't know. I feel that every once in a while I get, like, it makes a noise where it wants to sound like a DC reel or not. You guys may have heard that in the past video or so. I don't know. Otherwise, you know, I don't think that's a big deal. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I don't know. Maybe that's just it with its use. But what I don't like is that it can't handle heavy line. Like, again, I said one time I was throwing 20-pound fluorocarbon on this reel because on my other jig rod that I broke, I was throwing 20-pound fluorocarbon on it because, you know, I was whipping out big 3/4 ounce jigs and stuff out there for bass. And I threw it on here for a little bit. I didn't really like how it handled that heavy line. Another thing I kind of wish that could change, maybe a little bit of a stronger plastic on the reel itself, because I've scuffed it up a little bit. I have not scuffed it up a lot, but it's kind of one of those wants than a need, because it doesn't need it, of course. But something stronger on the outside layer, because I've had water go into this reel and everything. I know that's not really as good. Maybe something to control that or prevent that from happening. And also, I don't know about the handle grips. I feel that all Shimano products pretty much have the same grips, especially the baitcasters. I don't know, maybe, I know there's real grips you can get and stuff, but maybe like a different type of like gripping, because I've lost a lot of fish with this gripping before. Just it doesn't really have too much traction in it. I do like the feel of it though, not gonna lie. But if it had some grooveness into it, I don't know if that makes any sense. But it had something there like the Lose baitcasters and stuff. That'd be amazing. That'd be awesome. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure this is the cheapest, one of the cheapest Shimano baitcasters you guys can get out there. Don't look at it as, oh my gosh, $100. It's gonna be cheap. It's gonna be awful. Guys, we're talking about Shimano here, guys. Shimano has the best quality reels in the market, I believe, besides Luz and Abu Garcia. But Shimano, I gotta say, for the price of this reel, $99, y'all gotta go get some. I'll have the link in my bio if you guys want to go grab some up. You guys can get them on Amazon, Dick's Sporting Goods, Bass Pro Shops, and even at Shimano.com. Alright guys, go get some Shimano SLX baitcasting reel. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a happy holiday, and I'll see you guys in the new year.